Hello, 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 hello. It's a pleasure to join you. I am so happy to spend this time with you today because I'm talking about a topic that is near and dear to my heart and near and dear to the hearts of many. Okay, it is this concept of relationships, okay, and finding your perfect partner. So before I say anything else, I want to share with you that yes, you can find your perfect partner. Yes, you have the ability to find your perfect partner. Everything that you need is already inside you. Okay, so it's just a matter of putting the pieces of the puzzle together in order to arrive at the place that you want to arrive. Okay, so I'm going to talk about 5 secrets to finding your perfect partner. And I know that many of you are accustomed to hearing me talk about the 10 secrets to overcoming fear, getting unstuck, and living your best life. This is a part of living your best life, finding your perfect partner, and more importantly, having your perfect partner find you. So, in these 5 steps, I'm also talking about secret number 6 of the 10 secrets, which is called focus. Okay, number 6 is called focus. Become the person that you want to be. All right. So remember that like attracts like. So whoever it is that you're interested in attracting, you need to be that type of person. So, do you want a faithful person? Do you want a person that loves to exercise? Then you need to start exercising. You want a person that loves to be a social person? Then you need to start being that social person. Okay. It is just a matter of being the person that you want to attract. Because as I said again, like attracts like. So it's so important that we do the things that will illuminate us and make us more like the person we want to be. So that's why this all comes from this topic of focus, secret number 6. So, step number 1 on this journey to finding your perfect partner is to make sure that your perfect partner comes from an intact family. Or your perfect partner does not come from an intact family, but is interested in being a part of an intact family. Because sometimes people come from families that are not intact. And because they come from a family that isn't intact, they realize, wow, I want to be a part of an intact family. So, scenario number 1, I have a young lady who is brilliant. She's doing well in her business, doing well in her career. Okay. She doesn't have a private business. Her business is her career. And she's young and she has dated this gentleman for a while and she wants to get married. Okay. She wants to be in an intact family, but the gentleman is not interested in being in an intact family. He is interested in doing what he does. Okay, now on the front end, if she had the conversation with him to determine whether or not this is a goal of his, then she would not be in the situation that she's in now. So she has a lot of success in her business, okay, and in her career, and it requires a lot of her time. So she's sacrificing time from her business, from her career to spend time with this gentleman because she thinks that it's going to lead to a long term perfect partner situation. But in fact, that's never what he had on his mind. That wasn't on his mind at all right now because he's a young gentleman. So, not just because he's a young gentleman, also because he's just doesn't have that mindset right now. So, it would have made sense on the front end to find out what is his background? What is he looking for so that she could find out whether or not the two of them are in alignment? So she may be focused on finding an intact family and finding her perfect partner. But this person that she's with is not interested in finding his perfect partner. He's just interested in, having a good time and passing some time and enjoying himself. So step number 1 is finding out whether or not your person is interested in being a part of an intact family. Okay, especially if that's what your goal is, to be a part of an intact family. And it's whether it's a man or a woman, because sometimes women are not interested either. They're very successful women who are interested in waiting till later on to have children because they understand that once they have children and engage in this intact family, that they want to be able to focus on their family and put energy and effort into family. All right. So we said secret number one is, what's his background like? What is her background like in terms of being with a perfect partner long term? So when I say perfect partner, I don't mean that the person is actually perfect. I mean that the person is perfect for you. Okay, perfect for you. They line up with the qualities that you're looking for. And why is this so important? Why are you spending these 29 minutes or 30 minutes talking about finding your perfect partner? Because you talk about you're a life coach and you're a business consultant, but this is pertinent because this impacts how you function in your life, how you function in your business. If your home life is intact and you're in a happy relationship, then your business is going to go better. Okay, your career is going to go better. You're going to write that book. You're going to fly around and be able to go to the different places that you want because you're going to be more financially sound too and stable because you have that support, okay, from your perfect partner. So I'm so excited to share this with you because this impacts our entire community. It's so important. And as I said previously, one of the reasons why we're focused on that on this particular topic is because somebody sent me the video by this gentleman, Kevin Samuels, now I know his name, where he's talking about this woman who has been married before and has a kid. She had a 13-year-old kid. And because she had the 13-year-old kid, she couldn't find her perfect partner. So I'm here to share with you these 5 tips, okay, under the umbrella of focus that you're going to use in order to find your perfect partner. So we said, one, find out if he's interested in having a long-term relationship, in being a husband or in being a long-term partner. And then, of course, if he's interested in having that with you, because he may be interested in having a long-term relationship, but not with you and not be willing to share that. So if we can ensure that the person is interested in being in an intact relationship, then when it comes to coaching, we won't be coaching you on whether or not you guys stay together. We'll be coaching you on the supplemental things that you need in order to be happy together and in order to have the relationship flourish together. But it won't be about this question of whether or not you should stay together. Okay. And that is what is one of the key challenges in keeping relationships together. The fact that on the front end, they really never intended on having a long-term intact relationship. And for the sake of our community, guys, we need intact relationships. We need happy homes because this is what's going to impact whether we have the dollars and cents in order to branch out into that business and in order to travel to that place that we always wanted to go to. Okay. If we can keep the relationships together, we keep our community together. Okay. And thereby we'll be able to live our best life. So that's why it's so important that we discuss this topic. So number 2, in addition to making sure that that person wants to be a part of an intact family and has come from an intact family, or at least has an intention of wanting to move forward toward an intact family, is secret number 2. Okay, what are you focused on? What are you putting your eyes on? And so the secret is to mirror the ideal partner. Okay, so there are other people that you can see that have perfect partners and they're in those ideal relationships. So one of the secrets is to find those people and mirror them. And I can hear the resounding reverberation in the back saying, well, I don't know anybody who has a perfect relationship. Well, the idea is not that they have to be people that you know and that you talk to. They can be people that you see from a distance. They can be people on TV. They can be people on the World Wide Web. They can be people that you read about in a book, or it doesn't have to be somebody that you know. It just has to be somebody whose relationship you know about. Okay. You start with who you know, but if you don't know anybody, fine. You can still go out and look for people that are out there. And the goal is to mirror the relationship. So the things that they're doing that work, those are the same things that you're going to do in your own relationship. And that's why it's so important, guys, to have people around you in terms of focus, people around you that have perfect partners or that have good relationships so that you can begin to mirror them. Okay, because remember, we said one of the principles is that like attracts like. So if you're around people that have perfect partners and are in good relationships, you're going to be in a good relationship and have a perfect partner as well. If you're around people who are always talking, yeah, I dated this girl and she was trash, oh yeah, or I dated this guy and he only wanted money, or he only da 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 da. All of these negativisms that you're spending an hour or maybe hours listening to, they're impacting your soil. Okay, and they're impacting your perfect partner and your relationships. And you say, well, I'm just helping her. I'm just helping him. I'm just listening and giving advice and talking. No, whatever you focus on grows. So if your time is spent counseling other people on their suck relationships or on their bad relationships, chances are that your relationship is crumbling in the process. And so I can't impress upon you enough. That's secret number 2, mirror the relationships. Find the people that are doing the things that you want, that have the things that you want, and mirror them. Do what they're doing, and you'll get it too. Okay? There's a brilliant, brilliant man. Okay, well, there's a proverb. It says, water always finds its own level. Okay, they say people earn within $5,000 of the people that they spend time with. Why is that? Because birds of a feather flock together. There's so many different adages, okay, or sayings that line up with what I'm sharing with you today. And I can hear you saying, well, that's my friend, and I have to talk to my friend to give my friend advice. Okay, if those are your friends, and those are your relatives, and you want to continue to focus on the negatives with them, then that's what you're going to manifest. Now stop and let me ask you a question honestly. If you have not found your perfect partner, or you haven't been in that longevous relationship, the relationship that lasted a lot of years, is it possible that many of the friends that you have are also in the same situation? Okay, think on that. So let's move on to secret number 3. Secret number 3 is don't date perfect people. Date perfect characters. All right, so what does that mean? Don't date perfect people, date perfect characters. Well, it means that basically there's nobody that's absolutely perfect. Okay, so your partner is not perfect. Your perfect partner is perfect for you. Okay, so in terms of focus, you've been focused on formulating these qualities and these characters that are truly upstanding and essential to you. So some of my qualities from my perfect partner are loyalty. Okay, so I want somebody who is loyal, right? That's one of the key non-negotiables for me, because I feel like if the person is loyal, then we can together work out any problems that we have, because the baseline is that he has the character of loyalty, of honesty. Those are the characters that are most important. So some people are telling you, well, you need to have a partner that, you know, has a washboard stomach. All right, that's what it's about. He has to be good looking. He has to be, have all the bells and whistles. And I'm sharing with you that, listen, you may be the breadwinner. Okay. And you may be the one that is successful in your career. Like in the situation with not Oliver Samuels, but Kevin Samuels. Oliver Samuels is a Jamaican comedian, but Kevin Samuels is the one who's talking about relationships. In this situation, the lady was making 6 figures. She was earning a good salary, and she had a dog grooming business. And she was endeavoring to find a partner that was a business owner like her. So I'm sharing with you that the person may be a person of character. So he has the ability to start a business, to run a business, to multiply, where he is now to get to where he wants to be, because he has the characteristics of your perfect partner. So I'm saying, look at characteristics of the perfect partner over looking at whether or not this person shows up as perfect. So another story. So there was a young lady, and she wanted to, very successful in her own right, but she met a gentleman and he was in medical school. So she thought her perfect partner was going to be a doctor. So she decided that she was going to get pregnant with this perfect partner to ensure that the relationship stayed together. And she was going to be the wife of a doctor, so she didn't really need to worry about her career. But in the end, because she got pregnant, the gentleman had to drop out of school to take care of the child and her. So she was not very happy in the long run because she thought her perfect partner was going to be a doctor, but then in the end, her perfect partner wasn't a doctor. So this is why I say secret number 3 is don't date perfect people, but date people of perfect character. So find the characteristics that you want, because life is ever changing. Okay, so you could be up today and down tomorrow. Somebody else could be down today and up tomorrow. So we look for the characteristics, because if they're down and out, but they have the character that will be someone who pushes, be someone who has drive, be someone that's loyal, be someone that's honest, be someone that has these good characteristics, then they will rise again. Okay, so go for character, perfect character over perfection. And so, to my lovely young friend who lives in Brooklyn, who has been looking for her perfect partner, I'm suggesting to you that yes, you can do it, but Charlie may not be the one because he may not be a person of character if he's not doing the things and exuding the qualities that long term are going to last. So, also, cheating when you're looking at a perfect character. So, somebody that has character, a man that has character is not going to cheat on you. Okay. And if he does cheat, he knows that it's wrong and he's going to stop cheating. Okay. When he does it, he's going to know that that's not the route to go and he's going to stop doing it. Okay. And so cheating is not an evaluation on you, it's an evaluation on the person who cheats. Okay. Cheating is not about the other person. It's about the person who cheats, because that person has formulated in their mind and decided to focus on that other person with whom they eventually cheat with. Okay. So cheating doesn't just pop up and you accidentally fall down on the other party. Or you just accidentally fell into the bed. Oops. No. Cheating is something that was focused on. He focused on it. She focused on it. And they focused on it so much, they looked at it on the phone. Where's my phone? Oh, they looked at it on the phone and they were scrolling and they focused on it, and then they looked at it on the TV, and then they talked with the other person, and little by little, incrementally, then it becomes cheating. So it's about the person who cheats. It's about what they're focused on. Okay, so focus on the things that you want, the type of relationship that you want. Okay, focus on the character of the person that you're with, not the character of the person that is over there that you're not with. Okay? Talk to the person that you're with. Focus on them, like how you're rubbing on the phone and you're scrolling. Well, I'm saying focus on the person that you're with. Okay? Rub on that person. All right? So if you're somebody who already has a perfect partner, focus on that. Focus on the characteristics. And if you can't think of any characteristics of your perfect partner because you've been spending so much time focusing on the characteristics of the other person, then I'm requesting that you start today, because our community needs you. Our community needs intact families. Our community needs they need to see you be a happy couple. All right. Okay. So moving right along. And I wanted to say also it's about cheating is about the other person. It's not about you. So I want to give the example of this beautiful lady. Any of you ever heard of Nicole Murphy? Type in the chat below if you've heard of Nicole Murphy. Okay. She was Eddie Murphy's wife, and she's as close to perfect as I have seen. The woman is gorgeous. Okay. Yes, I can say it. I'm a woman, but she's gorgeous. All right. And he cheated, from what I understand. I wasn't there, so don't write me nasty messages if it's not true. I'm just saying from what I've read. He cheated on her and the relationship ended. So it couldn't be because she wasn't pretty enough or slim enough or, beautiful enough, because take a look, guys, Google her. All right. So it's about the person and what they're focused on and what they're thinking of. So if you want to have a perfect partner and you want to keep the partner that you have, then focus on their good qualities, focus on the good, the pure, the clean. And I'm going to give you a quote by Malcolm X. Okay. He says that pressure can burst pipes, but it can also produce diamonds. All right. So you think, well, the relationship that I'm in now, it has challenges. I feel pressure. I don't feel that happy in it because it's pressure. Well, pressure can also produce diamonds. So if you choose to make diamonds out of the pressure that you have now, then that will blossom into an even better relationship, which is what we want, guys. I want to see happy relationships, happy people who have found their perfect partners. So like I said, stop listening to those people who tell you you can't find your perfect partner and start listening to myself and other people who are telling you good things about how to find your perfect partner. And like I said, if you're already in a relationship, you're going to make that person your perfect partner. Okay. If you can't go back and start over, then you're going to start by looking at their qualities and begin writing their qualities so that those good qualities can grow and grow and grow. And there's a young lady who is in a relationship right now. Okay. I could give you her name. She's probably listening. So I don't want to, spill too much of the tea, but she's with a gentleman. She's a business owner and she's very successful. And the gentleman that she's with is also a business owner, but he is what you would call I don't want to be derogatory. The two of them come from two different spectrums or two different sides of the track. So some people may think, well, she shouldn't be with this type of a person because he's from a different side of the tracks. But maybe in terms of character, he is her perfect partner. So like I'm saying, look for perfect characters, not perfect partners. All right. So the next one, secret number 4. Now, secret number 4 is for those of you who are already in a relationship, as well as those of you who are getting into a relationship. And it's this: never go to bed angry. Okay, if you have a conflict or you have a situation, resolve it before you go to bed so that you can go to bed thinking of the resolution, thinking of the happy thoughts that are bringing you guys closer and closer together. And even if this person you've not connected yet fully, you're not married, you're just dating, it's still a good thing because you go to sleep thinking about your perfect partner in a good way, as opposed to going to sleep thinking about the problem, the issue, the challenge. Okay, so it's very important that we resolve the issues before we go to bed. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember that we need to resolve our issues before we go to bed. And this might help you too with your kids and with your family and on your job. If you can resolve those problems before you go to bed, then it's going to illuminate your mind, loosen up your mind, and release you from dis-ease. Okay, many of us are walking around with ailments and illnesses that are actually preventable if we would not carry all of this extra baggage. Okay, so don't even carry it into tomorrow. Don't even carry it into the next day. That pain that you feel in your shoulders, that pain that you feel in your back, it could just be from that conflict that is unresolved. So a couple of days ago, I was talking with a lady. She's been married for 31 years. Okay, she's a lady of color. Her husband is a gentleman of color. They have had their challenges along the way, but they stayed married. And one of the reasons why they've been able to stay married is that, not that the marriage has gone perfectly, but they talk about their challenges, their issues, and they talk until they resolve them. She said sometimes they're up all night, but then the next day she gets to go to sleep. Okay, and they're both retired, so they can afford to sit up all night. If you're working, you probably can't afford to sit up all night, so you make sure that you resolve the issues more quickly. Okay, so we're sharing that it's important to resolve the issues that you may have that night so that you guys can go to bed and be happy. All right, so secret number 5. Oh yeah, also in terms of secret number 4, I said that the pressure and all of that good stuff, but they also say water finds its own level. So this concept of focus, okay, and you're focused on the characters, the good, the pure, the clean in your partner. So if you're looking for the good, that rises your energy level, that rises or raises who you are being and who you are exuding, because now you're a person who's forgiving, you're a person who's caring, you're a person who of gratitude, you're a person who's exuding love. And so this now becomes your level. So if you're trying to attract somebody and you want the person that exudes those characteristics, now both of you are rising to the occasion and both of you are moving onward and upward to that perfect relationship, okay, and that perfect connection. Whereas if the person is down here and you're down here, then neither of you is ever really going to yield your perfect partner, because you're not going in the direction of where you really ought to go, Okay, or unless both of you are down there and which case you guys end up in Splitsville, but that's not what we're talking about. We're focusing on our perfect partner. We're focusing on our perfect relationship. Okay, so focus number 5, it was don't give up. Okay, if you come to the table focused on the fact that you're looking for a resolution and you don't give up, then you're bound to be in that perfect relationship like this lady for 30 something years, right? So you started out with somebody in the beginning, secret number 1, somebody who wanted an intact relationship, who wanted that long-term relationship, who wanted the long-term relationship with you. The second thing that you did was you focused on the person that had the excellent characteristics and began to mirror that for family or mirror that couple. And then thirdly, you began to, oh, and remember you were watching good programs too. Stop watching like what I used to watch, Girlfriends and Living Single and all those things. No, you need to spend time watching things that reflect what you want in your life, okay? Not stabbing and killing and people who are robbed and people who have no funds, and then you wonder why you have challenges with your funds. Like, hello, what have you spent the past 2 hours focused on? Focus on the good, the clean, the pure, the things that you want to reflect in your own life, and those are the things that are going to come to you. And so the third one was don't date perfect people, date perfect characters. And the fourth one was don't go to bed angry, resolve your issues before you go to bed. And the fifth one was don't quit. All right, so why is this important? As I shared before, it's so important that we have intact families. So a husband and a wife. Why? Or at least 2 people that are dedicated to each other and not all these other parties. Why? Why is that important? Because when 2 people work together, their incomes are higher. Okay, if their incomes are higher, then they can do more things. They can help their community. They can donate to worthy causes. They can support things that are good and pure and right. And so it enhances the community. And also, other people can see that couple and they can use you and your relationship as a mirror, secret number 2, so that they can reflect who you are. And then like attracts like, and there goes the upward spiral because they saw you doing it, now they're doing it, and someone else saw them doing it, so now they're doing it, and so on and so on and so forth. So I would like to challenge those of you that do have intact relationships right now to begin to share, because there are people online who are telling people that they can't find their perfect partner and they've never been in an intact relationship, they've never been married. So if you have a good one, I'm encouraging you to share it. And I think that's my perfect partner calling now. So I'm going to exit shortly. However, I think it is essential that we follow these 5 tips, look at the 6 areas, because I said, well, the 6th area, because the 6th area was focus. And, let's have these great relationships. I'd love to thank the team for supporting me today so that we could be on with you and sharing. And I want to know what you're doing now that has worked to acquire your perfect partner. I want you to type below and tell me, what have you done that has worked? Or also tell me, what secret of the 5 secrets that I shared do you think is most pertinent to you, or do you think can be most helpful? And also 3, I'd like you to tell me what aspect of finding your perfect partner would you like to hear about? What questions do you have? You're a young person or an old person, a mature person, and you want to find out about your relationship. You have questions. Go ahead and ask, okay? Let us begin the dialogue so that we can see what we need to do in order to accomplish these great goals that we have of making our businesses better, our careers better, because I said as our relationships go up, so does the business, so does the career. Now you have support that you didn't have before, and you're not worried, wondering whether or not this partner over here is your perfect partner and operating in character or with character and all that other stuff. You can now begin to focus. And ladies, I really do believe that in some communities we have a challenge with weight. I do believe that sometimes it's the stress that we're carrying from these relationships that we really care about that is that's causing the excess weight. And so one of the programs that I have is a 5,000 step per day challenge. And please don't be angry with me and write me nasty messages about this, because I truly am sharing this from the heart. When we can relax and we're comfortable, we'll begin to see how the excess weight, literally, it's a weight on our mind, it's a weight on our hearts, it's a weight, elsewhere that we're carrying around, which is the stress and the worry. And when we have that intact relationship with our perfect partners, then we can be able to release the weight as well. Okay. And I deliberately say release and not lose, because when you lose something, that means you have to find it. But when you release something, that means you've let it go and you don't need to find it anymore. So thank you so much for spending these 29 minutes with me. And I don't know if it's more than 29 minutes now, but because I can't see the clock. But thank you so much for spending this time with me. Bye-bye. Make sure that you type and give me your feedback, please.